Good morning, Sayadaw.
Morning, good morning.
Good morning, Sayadaw.
How are you? How is everything with you?
So far, so busy.
Yanika,
How are you, Sayadaw?
I'm fine. Yes. So let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. So, today we are going to continue about the characteristic, function, manifestation, and then proximate cause. Proximate cause. They write a proximate cause. Proximate cause. Proximate cause. Or the last week, last week we studied about the Pasa Banjamaka Rasi, okay, the group of five, led by the first Pasa contact. So today we go to Jhana Rasi, led by the Vidaka, Vijara, Bidi, Sukha, and Jedasi Gagada. I think we can cover these five Dhammas today. So, regarding the Vitaka, because before we go to the this five feathers of the five feathers of the jhana, so I think we have to study about the jhana, right? Because they belong to jhana feathers, even though they belong to mental concomitants, Chitasika, they have a special function in the jhana. They play a special role or very important role in the attainment of a jhana. So jhana, how do you understand about the jhana? So I will ask Mr. Ryan, how are you? Mr. Ryan, how do you understand jhana? Can you share something about the jhana? What is jhana? How do you understand jhana?
I mean, in general, when we say jhana, we think about the absorption states.
Yeah.
It's equivalent to, in some sense, it's equivalent to samadhi. And if I remember correctly, when we talk about jhana, we need to distinguish between the three concepts: jhana factor, and jhana citta. Yes, so we have five jhana factors. We know Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, and Ekaggata. And the combination of those five are called the jhana. And the jhana factor, the jhana citta is the citta that have associated with those five factors. So that's how I understand it.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So I think that it can be share with everyone here. So the knowledge you have acquired is okay, and also the reason why I ask is because I want you to share your understanding with your friends. So that's a very good. Yeah. Here is even though the classification is belong to jhana, right? Jhana rasi, jhananga rasi. But actually, the jeta now we are talking about is Mahakusala jeta, right? Mahakusala jeta, first Mahakusala jeta associated with the somanasa, pleasant feeling, and also associated with the wisdom, jnana samyutta, and also it is unprompted asankarika jeta. So in that, even in the Mahakusala jeta, so these jhana fedas associate with in this Mahakusala jeta also. So in this very moment or the association with the Mahakusala jeta, it may not fully function at the jhana jeta, right? At the jhana jeta, because jhana jeta is in the Mahagata jeta, first jhana, second jhana, and so on. But we have to understand that there is a potentiality. Okay, we have a potentiality to have these jhana fedas. So every moment while we are doing good things, doing dana, doing observing sila or practicing meditation, or maybe sometimes also there is jhana fedas are there, and also now you are listening the Dhamma, so that time also vidaga. So first, how to say, initial application of a thought. Suppose if I ask you, Bibo, I ask you, what is vidaga? What is jhana? So first time you have to pay attention. Okay, you have to apply your mind, your initial application of mind to the object of a jhana. That may be through the hearing, so that is sound object, and also through the mental object also, Dhammaramana, you incline your mind toward that Dhammaramana, whatever you have studied, whatever you have learned, whatever you have paid attention to regarding the jhana. Okay, so at that moment, the vidaga is there. Okay, vidaga is there. Vidaga is here. Vidaga is explained. Vidagedi. Okay, explanation is Vidagedi. Vidagedi, what is the function? Characteristic is abhinirobana lakkhana. Okay, abhinirobana. Aramane cetasa abhinirobana lakkhana. To put the mind on the object. Okay, to lift the mind on the onto the object, or to put the mind on the object. So that is vidaga. Vidaga also present. So why you are thinking about the jhana? Is there anyone? I wonder. Is there anyone who have attained the jhana? First jhana, second jhana. Any student who have attained first jhana? Meditation? No. No, not yet. Maybe some of you may have attained in your meditation courses, but maybe you are reluctant to tell. So whatever, that is very good. So in that case, we may think, is it difficult to attain the jhana, or is it easy to attain the jhana? What do you think? Is it difficult or is it easy? So in both ways you can answer, right? So suppose the jhana fetters can easily be present, yeah? Jhana fetters can easily be present. Because now whatever we do, dana, sila, bhavana, and now we are vacha and so on, there can be the appearance of a jhana fetters are there. Okay, that's why we can simply say it can jhana fetters can easily be present in our meritorious life, meritorious activities, but so the collective force, okay, collective force of these jhana fetters. So Vidaga, Vijara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata, okay, this is a collective force. So when they support one another, and also they become a very strong to be concentrated on it, strongly concentrated on the object. So that point, it is very difficult for us, for the common people. Only when you are devoted to the meditation practice, meditate or do the meditation practice, at that time your mind will be will really be concentrated on the object. So at that time, it is not only the jhana is not only as you have heard explanation from the Mr. Roya. It is not the force of only one jhana fetters. Okay, it is not the function of only one jhana fetter, but the collective function or collective force of the these five kinds of fetters. So that's why because normally we human beings are very busy, right? Very busy with the objects. So now this object, now that object. Okay, very difficult to manage ourselves. Okay, we have many things to do, or while we are doing something, we are thinking about another. In this way, we become a very busy, very difficult to accumulate this collective force of five jhana fetters. That's why in the normal life, these jhana fetters may be present, but may not be really strong enough to make it collective force. So that's why throughout the Pali literature, or maybe in many suttas, when the Buddha encouraged his disciples, when the Buddha lay out his way to to become a samana or real samana, so the Buddha encouraged his disciples to go to the secluded place, okay, to live in a secluded place, and also to pay attention to the object with a concentrated mind. Then only after that the Buddha start to mention the abandonment of the five hindrances with the collective force of these five jhana fetters. Okay, so that's why. And also there are some incidents for those who are very sharp IQ, or some we can say or EQ or whatever. Very few people, they can instantly get what concentration to jhana absorption. Now some people, they don't like a jhana to be concentrated, to be interpreted as a concentration, right? Because concentration is only the name of the Vidya Samadhi. That's why if we say jhana as a concentration, then if it neglect or it ignore the function of other mental factors. So that's why they don't like jhana as a to be concentrated as a concentration, to be translated as a concentration. Rather, in Myanmar, we say jhana is a what? And our Bhadadika Sayadaw also, many other Sayadaw, they make a kind of Burmese poem to understand jhana, to make easily understanding about the jhana, meaning of a jhana. So in Myanmar, they say what? Sai sai su su, sai sai su su, atu mie mie, shu adhan, zan hu call that. So in Myanmar, they write sai sai su su, su su sai sai. Maybe you put your mind only on the object very strongly. Okay, sai sai su su, atu mie, in a special manner. Okay, we have to look at the object. You have to pay our attention to the object with a special manner of how to say one-pointedness. So you have to repeatedly look at, you have to repeatedly observe the same object for a long time. So that is called jhana. So sai sai su su atu mie mie shu ada san hu called that. The Bhadadika Sayadaw also composed this way of understanding about the jhana. So the point is, the point I like to tell you is, so in the general condition of our meritorious life, there can be how to say jhana factors. These 5 jhana factors appear, okay, but and if we really want to transform this Mahakusala jhana, the mental concomitant that associated with the Mahakusala chitta, into the mental concomitant that play a special role in the jhana, as a jhana. Okay, we have a potentiality. Okay, but what we can do is we have to make a strenuous effort to what? To transform or to translate these jhana factors into the jhana condition. Okay, by focusing. Suppose you see Vidaka among the jhana factors. Suppose you do dharana today, you feel you pay attention to the monks, as well as you pay attention to the offerings, as well as you pay attention to your mind. While you are offering dharana, you be very, very happy. Okay, that condition makes you very happy. That the scene of generosity makes you very happy, and then in that case you have to pay. You have to want to say. Direct your mind into that object. Okay, that object may be Dhammaramana, Tadavya in your mind, and then while you are paying attention to that object as a Dhammaramana object, then you have to apply, you have to sustain your thought. Okay, and the vijara, that the vijarati, you have to sustain your thought on this same object of doing jhana, doing charity. Okay, then why you repeatedly think mind onto this object, Dhammaramana object of doing dharana, then your mind, what happened? Piti there will be, okay? You start to feel the a certain degree of a piti, joy. So sometimes you just have a piti, then it finish, okay? Why you are just doing dana, or why you are thinking about this jhana. Sometimes you, how to say, loma hansana, okay? Loma hansana means what? How do you say? A goose flesh, something like that. So maybe the bumps on your skin appear, okay? Small bumps on your skin appear. In Myanmar we call chati thare, chati thare, chati moinyenta. So your body hairs become, how to say, rising up at the moment. But it does not last for a long time. So that they call, want to say, among the 5 kinds of BD is called Kodaka BD. Okay, goosebump or what? Maybe Loma Hansana in Bali. So you may have it, but that is not enough yet. Or sometimes they want to say, that kind of BD join come and goes like this. Appear again and again. Okay, some just appear, and then after that, after a moment, that BD also run away, and also just come back again. So it happens within our mind. Obega BD and also Augandika BD and Obega BD, and then the last one is Parana BD. Parana BD is the strongest joy. So why we are thinking about, why we are paying attention to an object, other than the PD, the joy, is spreading the whole body. Maybe we feel it is spreading everywhere in our body. It's like made of PD. So that's called Parana PD. So if our mind, we are blind to an object, Dhammaramana object, of doing jhana, and then sustain on that object for a considerable time, and then there appear PD. That PD is PD level may be different, but it have to be, it should be up to the Parana PD. Okay, only then that Parana PD, what happened, will be very supportive for the tranquility of the body. So with this PD, we enjoy the pasadi, right? PD to pasadi. So our body become calm and quiet and peaceful, and also mind also. Our mind also become calm and quiet and peaceful. So PD pasadi, PD produce pasadi, and then pasadi is between, pasadi remain between PD and sukha, right? PD and sukha. So whenever there is a PD, so that will produce pasadi, tranquility of the mind, calmness of the mind and body, mental concomitance as well as the mind. And then that pasadi will be supportive for the sukha, okay? Sukha vedana. So here also sukha vedana. So last time also we have on the Phasa Panjamaka Rasi also we have found the word Vedana, right? So that Vedana is right in this context, referring to the how to say, Somanasa Vedana. That's why in the proximate cause is what? Pasadi. Okay? Pasadi serve as a proximate cause for the rising of the Sukha. Here also, so you are very joyous, okay? You are joyous with your meritorious deeds, and then the joy is spreading the whole body, and that makes your body and mind peaceful and calm and quiet. And then that makes your body and mind whatever, sukha, happiness, okay, or blissful. you become a blissful. You feel very blissful. So then that blissful mind, how to do? You see the function of a sukha. Samyudanan upabhyuvanadaya. Okay? And also you see Pajubadhana. It appears in our mind as anugaha, means supporting. Okay? So to support what? It support mentalities, other mental concomitants. Okay? Samyudana upabhyuvana. It support a mental concomitants or mental associates to have it, what? To become what? One-pointed. Okay? To come together on a one object. One and only one object. So at that time we may be that oneness of the mind. Okay? Oneness of the mind. Even though there are maybe 56 or 65 mental concomitants are there in ultimate reality, in the ultimate sense, they are many or various in terms of number. But why in the mind is really supported by the sukha? Okay, the mind and mental concomitants become what? Oneness. It appears to be oneness, only one. So maybe they may be different in function, characteristics, manifestation, and so on. But as one, so that is called what? Cetase Kagata. So in this way, Ikagata, or maybe we can, in the jhana condition, in the jhana meditation or samatha meditation, we can interpret, there is a collective force of what? Jhana factors are there. Then when this collective force of the jhana factors are there, then mental hindrances at the moment, Kamajanda, Yabara, Tina Meda, Odaja, Gogoja, and Vijikaja. Okay? These mental hindrances are, how do you say, already gone. We are aloof from or we are free from this, in this moment, during this moment, we are free from the, this mental hindrance, lustful desire, and also what? Tina Meda, mental sloth and torpor, and then what? Odaja, Gogoja, restlessness and remorse, how wavering mind and remorseful mind, there will not happen. Okay, and then also doubt, skeptical doubt also will not appear. So in this way, when these jhana factors are present and also work strongly, work together, and then this collective collaborative force of these jhana factors can dispel these mental hindrances, not only dispelling mental hindrances, but also what? It is upasama, okay? It appears in our mind, what? Upasama, very peaceful, very quiet, and very calm, okay? Very calm and quiet. So in this way, it will appear in our mind. So the cause here also mentioned, the cause of the Cetasika Gata is what? The Sukha, pleasant, okay? Not mental pleasant, not the ordinary pleasant feeling itself, but also it is one of the factors of the jhana. So in this way, it is applicable. It is how to say? We can avail. It is also possible for us to transform our how to say Mahakusala, our mental jhana mental concomitant that associated with the Mahakusala Ceta into jhanic force, okay, into jhanic fed us. So there are many incidents during the Buddha's time also. The monks, when they observing morality, suppose for the monks, morality is very important. Sila, Jadubari Soti Sila is very important. So Jadubari Soti Sila, they maybe sometimes they are maybe on the verge of the death, they're going to die very soon. At that time, they have to, maybe throughout their life, they were very busy with their teaching, many other passion of the dispensation. So that's why they didn't, how to say, make much effort to the meditation practice. But so on a certain day, he may be, the monk, the Venerable is lying down on his deathbed. So he understands that, okay, I'm going, this is the time for me to die. So at that time, he tried to reflect on his life. Oh, I didn't practice the meditation much. So what did I do throughout the life? So he trying to recall his life. And also he trying to reflect his morality, okay? Whether he respectfully observe morality or not, his virtue is pure or not. So, and then he found that very, very delightful, because he found that his morality is completely pure. He observed, even though he didn't make much effort to do the practice of meditation, his morality is perfect. In that case, taking that, he be very happy. Okay, if in that condition, you may think that thinking about his morality, okay, that is the function of a vitaka. Okay, initial thinking, initial application of the thought on his morality is a vitaka, and the repeated observation of his morality. Okay, so that is a vichara. So he found that it is very pure and perfect. And then that object also he takes in his mind. Piti arises there, okay? In his mind, he's very joyous. Maybe Kodaka Piti, Kanika Piti, and then Obega Piti, Obega Piti, and then the last one, Prana Piti. So in Myanmar, we go Prana Piti is one city. Prana Piti, one city. Our Sayadaw, they are very clever in giving similes. So cotton. So when you put a cotton on the oil or with the oil, when you touch a cotton with the oil, the cotton absorb all the oil. Okay, the oil spread throughout the whole cotton. So also the pranabidi or the joy that arise based on the what perfect morality, perfect virtue, then he feel very much happy, and the pity is there. That pity makes him calmness and the quiet and the peaceful, and then it continue to produce as a to become a blissful sukha. Okay, and then sukhi no after that sukha, sukhi no chetan samadhi yati, right? In many discourses, the Buddha said, sukhi no chetan samadhi yati. Okay, the blissful person, the blissful mind uh, is supportive for the concentrated mind. Okay, samadhi yati, concentrated. And then with this concentration, also Maybe in that case, maybe that is Aramanupanne jhana, or we can simply say that there are two kinds of jhana, right? Aramanupanne jhana and the Lakhanupanne jhana, there are two kinds. So maybe up to that level, that is maybe Aramanupanne jhana, taking the Aramana or observing the concentrated establishment of the concentrated mind basing on the object. Okay. Then after that, the mind is a very concentrated, very sharp. Concentration is very sharp and then very bright, very strong. In that case, what do he do? He convert, okay, his translation, his concentrated mind uh, by being uh, from taking the object up to the what characteristic of the object. Okay, characteristic, it means universal characteristic of an object. So in that case, what happened? Because the mind is very calm and concentrated and very pure, very strong. Then what happened? It sees things very clearly. Okay, samahito bhikkhave yatha buddham bhajanati, right? So if the mind is concentrated, then we can discern the things, the characteristics as it is, as it really is. So that is we can see what vipassana is there. We can transform from the jhana sila. So in this incident of a Ban River, so based on the sila, within a very short moment, he tried to what observe a sila, purity of a sila, and the piti is there, and the sukha follows, and then finally it what became strongly concentrated. Then with that concentration, he tried to reflect the characteristic, universal characteristics, that is impermanent nature. Okay, why he is observing mentality? Suppose he is observing about his joy. Okay, I feel joyful or I feel blissful. So why he observed this joy and bliss? So that what he found is just arising and disappearing, arising and disappearing of the things. That is, we can understand that it is Lakhanupane jhana. It is seeing the object, seeing the universal characteristics of the object. So it transforms into the vipassana. Okay. So in this way, finally, that Vanriva became arahant before he died. Okay, there are also such incidents. The point I like to inform you is that uh, we have a potentiality, okay, full potentiality, because these are the concomitants that arise whenever Mahakusala Cheta arise. Okay. So sometimes we may be discouraged that jhana is very far away from us. Actually, jhana factors are together with us whenever we have a very good mind and we are doing very good things. But the point is we fail to transform this factors into jhana factors, as well as uh, to be supportive for the insight meditation or penetrative understanding of the mentality and materialities. So if we do it, then we can easily, we are possible to attain what the jhana, as well as to attain the megaphala also. So that's why, so we are very lucky to become a human being and also to know the Buddha's teaching and also And because by knowing this, we understand that we have this kind of a potentiality, we have this kind of a capability. It's there. It's up to whether we are going to use it or not. Okay, whether we are going to use as a very powerful tool for our attainment of a jhana, attainment of megaphala or not. So there are many people who didn't have such a chance to know that we have a full potentiality. So if they fail to know this potentiality, then there is no chance or no expectation for them to attain a higher accomplishment in life. That is attainment of a jhana. Uddari manusa dhamma, they go. In the Bali, they go higher accomplishment in life. Higher than the ordinary accomplishment. So that jhana fetters are there in the Mahakusala Jeta. So regarding the characteristic, so function, manifestation, and so on, you see here in the commentary where I will share and Atasalini here. Here initial application of a mind is what? Abhinirobana. Vidagedi, Vidako. Okay. Here translate as a Vidagedi. One thinks about or thinking about. So it is subjective, how to say, Bhava Kadu Sadhana and Bhava Sadhana, thinking about. So also, yeah, Swayam, Aramani, Chetasa, Abhinirobana Lakano. So it is to be the presindi of the mind. I don't know what is that. In Bali, it is called Aramani. What? Aramani Chetasa Abhinirobana Lakano is the main characteristic of is the lifting of consciousness onto the object. Okay, lifting of the consciousness onto the object. So we put our consciousness onto the object. That is Vidaka. So simile is giving there like a what? Like a we have a relatives or friends who is dear to the king or minister or maybe president or prime minister and so on. So if we have such a friend, if we have any, how to say, legal affairs or whatever, then we can, with his help, we can meet with the king and also we can discuss with the king or minister. So it is, Vidaka is something like that, like a friend who is dear to the king. And then what is that? Vidaka Aramana Abhinirobana Lekano. And the Banivama Naga Sena Theda. Okay, you see where? Here. Another interpretation of the Banviva Naga Sena and the Milena Banya is that initial application of the mind has a characteristic of a initial knocking. Okay, you knock the door. Okay, first eye you knock. That is similar to the application of the Vidaka. Okay, when you knock the door, suppose you go to your friend's house, and then first eye you press the bell. Okay, now they instead of knocking the door, maybe at the gate, you have a bell. Okay, you have to ring the bell. Okay, in that case, first press. That is very similar to what Vidaka. So here, when a drum is struck, it goes on reverberating or emitting continuous sound. Okay, so when you press the bell, when you ring the bell, so the bell does not stop. Maybe you press only one time, but it does not stop ringing. But it continues to ring, maybe do or something like that for 2 or 3 times. So that is reverberating or emitting a continuous sound. So in that case, we can understand that initial application of the mind should be looked at upon at the initial strike. Okay, and also sustain vijara, sustain application of the mind at the after reverberation or continuous emission of the sound. So in this way, vidaka, function of the vidaka, vijara, you can understand. Go back to the where vidaka here. Ahanana bariya hanana. Okay. Ahanana bariya hanana. Pajubatan lakana rasa, the function. The function ahanana in the commentaries, ahanana and bariya hanana is given that first time striking is called ahanana. Okay, first time striking on the mind with the object or to the object, that is called ahanana. And also bariya hanana is interpreted as a word roundabout also maybe through the maybe knocking maybe something like a beat in the bush. Okay, so there is a rabbit on the bush. Okay, so you want the rabbit to go out of a bush. In that case, what do? You beat around the bush. Okay, so in that case, something like that. Priya Nana is beating around. Okay, beating around the drum. So that is also a kind of how to say, Anana Priya Nana Rasa, the function of a Vidaka. And then Pachubhatana, Anayana. So it appears in our mind. How can we recognize whether there is a Vidaka or not within our mind? Anayana Pachubhatana. It appears as a bringing, okay, bringing someone, bringing something, bringing our mind to this object, to that object. Okay, whenever this nature, nature is in our mind, we can recognize the word. Vijara is the aramana, numajana. So repeated, or maybe repeatedly, or reflecting the object, or repeatedly thinking about the object, repeatedly putting our mind onto the object. So in the Athasalini, Vidaka and Vijaras are extensively explained with many similes, like a bee, okay, with the simile of a bee. So bee come to the flower, and then first time coming is what? In order to get a nectar in the flower, first time coming is like a vidaka, and then after that going around the flower, flying around the flower, that is something like a vichara. So in many ways, commentators try to explain the difference between vidaka and vichara. And then what? Sahajada nuyojana. Okay, sahajada nam uyojana. Okay, sahajada na uyojana rasa. So sahajada means the dhamma that could arise together. Okay, so other mental concomitants, so that arise together. So it encouraged. Okay, Sayadaw U Candamukha. And then another function manifest. It manifests as what? Chaitasa Anupabandha. Okay, Chaitasa Anupabandha. It is something like a tying. Okay, tying the mind on the object. So that is Vidaga Vijara. And then PD, in the previous discussion, I already included about the 5 kinds of a PD. Okay. In the Visuddhimagga also this kind of in the explanation is available. So Kodaga BD, momentary, Kodaga BD, how to say? In one of the translation, it is Kodaga BD is what? Weak joy. Now weak, very weak joy. And then Kaniga BD is a short joy, something like that. Weak joy, short joy. So, and the Aukandiga BD, okay, BD is something like a going inside, downstream, okay, downward, going downward. So within ourselves, Obega BD is going upward. So it lifting up. Or when there is such a BD, our mind is, we feel that it is our mind and body is lifting up. So there also, the commentator gave a kind of a story of a lady that in the Sri Lanka, previously in the ancient time, maybe in that other time of the commentary, or maybe previous before the commentator appear. So what one of the lady, the daughter, he want to go to the Chediya Puja, but her parents said, okay, don't go. I will go on your behalf. We are going on your behalf. So it is for you to stay at home. So but she want to go there. And then from the window, she looked, maybe the Buddha Bhujaniya, Buddha festival is over there, maybe we can imagine or we can see, even though it may be far away from her house, but within the range of the eyesight, we can see from the distance. So under the moonlight, under the moonshine, so and also it is a very brightened. The GDI is a brightened with the lights, and also what? And also she had the chanting of the mass, and also what she can smell the perfume or scented sticks burning. Scented sticks are burning there. So in that case, in her house, while she was staying at her house, she be very happy, taking Buddha object in her mind. So she was, how to say, in that text, it mentions she was lifted with this joy. Okay, because she was lifted by this joy, and then it appeared as she was flying onto the sky, and then appear in the presence, in the vicinity of the Buddha statue or Chediya. Even before the arrival of her parents over there, she was right there first. And then when her parents saw her, they asked, "Oh, how did you come here? How did you come here? And which way did you take?" So, and then we told that it was, no, she didn't come on foot or by foot, but she came through the sky. So that flying in the sky happened not because of the others, but because of the Ubhega BD. That BD brought or lifted up her. Not only the mind is lifted, the whole body is lifted up, like a maybe balloon, like a balloon, like a balloon is flying in the sky. So that is very interesting. That explanation, please try to read in the Atha Salini as well as in the translation. You can also have access the information on the Visuddhimagga. And then Paranabhidi, but the Visuddhimagga explained that these 4 prior BDs, now the first 4 BDs are just supportive for the accomplishment of the 5th BD. The 5th BD itself is very strong, and also it will be serve as a jhanic, real jhanic feather. So now the first 4 BDs are maybe according to that commentator, the first 4 BDs are not strong enough to become a jhanic feather. When the first 4 BDs are there, and it again support for the 5th BD arise, and then only through this 5th BD the jhanic feathers become very strong, the most powerful. So BD. So also Kaya Jeta Vinana. Okay. BD is the word. Kaya Jeta Vinana. Wait. BD where? Kaya Jeta Vinana. Right? It is correct. Kaya Jeta Vinana or Kaya Jeta Parana. Okay, Parana BD. The function of the BD is spreading the whole body. Okay, Parana means spread. It is spread the whole body. And then Odaga, Odaja, Udaga, Udaga Bawa, Udaja, Odaja, the BD Sukha, BD, Odaja Pachubatana. Okay. It is like a lifting up. Okay, it appears in our mind whenever such a BD happens within ourselves. We feel that, or we see that appearance of a BD as a lifting up ourselves, our body, our mind, and also BD. No, but Bharatana is not yet not provided there in the commentary. So, but there is a proximate cause is there, without cause there cannot arise. And then Sukha is the same as the Vedana. So this is a blissful condition. And then after that here, Chaitasa Ekagata. So Ekagata is, we can simply say that is Samadhi, okay? Deep concentration, strong concentration. So it is, that concentration is liking to be how to say, leader. Okay, liking to be the leader, Pamokha. So Pamokha nowadays in Myanmar we call professor. Professor is called Pamokha. Pamokha is and a very important thing, or something which plays a leading role. So that if there is a concentration, it leads the other mental concomitants or other mentalities to the desired direction. Awikeba and scattering, okay, and scattering and deluded mind. So the mind is the mind is not wavering if the concentration is there, firmly fixed on the object. And then Sajada Dhammanan Sambindana, Sambindana Rasa, it function, the function is that it collects or it gathers together the other mental associates. Okay, it has a power to, it has a function to gather together the other mental associates. So whenever there is a ikegada, we can feel that, or we can see with our wisdom eye that we are very peaceful, calm, and quiet. So other time we say what upasama. Okay, upasama, ekagata is there. Sometimes when we are thinking about something, we stand still. Okay, we sit still, and then another people say, "Oh, what are you thinking deeply about it?" In a very quiet manner. Some people they may say like that. Other time you may be thinking about your object, your meritorious deeds or whatever. And then sometimes you may be, because ekagata is universal, right? Sometimes you may be thinking about another case, not here. You may be thinking about the maybe evil things. You are maybe in your mind you are planning how to do bad things and so on. That time also you may found to be very quiet. But here in this case of a Markusala Jnana Samyutta Citta, Upasama means calm and peaceful manner, and also sometimes it appears okay, in our mind because it is productive for the rising of for the jnana. It produces for the rising. It gives a condition for the rising of a jnana, wisdom. So that's why sometimes it may appear as a jnana in our mind. No, actually it is not jnana itself, but in our mind it may appear like that. And then it is proximate cause is a sukha. So without sukha there is what? No ekagata. Okay, we cannot concentrate it. We cannot be concentrated without sukha. So also in the commentary, there is a comparison between what the piti and sukha. What is the difference between piti and sukha? On the Athasalini, page number 160, there with the similes it explained. Piti we can simply say joy, and then sukha is a bliss. Okay, sukha is a bliss. Sometimes in Bali here they are mentioned yatha piti tatha sukha. Where there is a piti, there is sukha. Okay, where there is a joy, there is bliss. So that is one point. Another point is yatha sukham tatha na niyamato piti. So we cannot certainly say that we cannot ensure that where there is sukha, there will be piti. We cannot ensure because sometimes sukha is there without piti. Okay, without piti there may be sukha, but without piti there is no sukha. Right? Piti certainly produces sukha, but the sukha may not come together, may not come together with the piti. So that point also given here, because and also differentiation is that the PD is a PD aggregate of a and also sukha belong to the aggregate of a feeling or sensation within a khanda group and so on. So sada lekhanan sukham. Aitharamana padilava doti piti. So piti is a joy, okay, that arise when you get something which is something you like. Okay, well, suppose you are feeling thirsty, and then you see a water, maybe drink water, how to say, drinking water. So after that you feel very happy. That is like a PT. Okay, drinking water. You haven't drink yet, but you just saw it. Oh, I'm thirsty. I found a drinking water. So that there is a PT. Joy is there. Only when you go there and then take the cup of water, then you other than there is a sukha. Okay, PT and sukha is explained and also on the page number 116. So that is about the jhana. Okay, jhana rasi. So it contains 5 fetters: Vidaka, Vijara, Piti, Sukha, and then Chetasikagata. Chetasikagata is a samadhi, another name of a samadhi, samadhi niriya, samadhi vala. So the characteristic function, manifestation, and so on are explained. And also, the point I'd like to encourage you is that these are the mentality that constantly rise within ourselves. Okay, whenever we do good things, meritorious things, then these mental factors are there. So it shows that we have a potentiality to strengthen these fetters into to become a what jhana fetters, and also these fetters to be very 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 how to say useful tool as a for the practice of a meditation, and so on. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
listening.
Sayadaw.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay, by say Buddha Sasana, Jida did to do 3 times. Buddha Sasana, Jida did to
Jiren
do.
Data Buddha
Buddha
Sasana
Sasana, Jida did to
Buddha
do.
Sasana Jiren Data Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu